again from True to New York Sports Studios. Look, I did it right. True to New York Sports Studios here featuring Chet, Mr. Steele, and special guest Billy Punch. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing tonight? How's everyone doing?
What's going on, guys?
Get the playoffs started. Let's go.
Right. So thank you all for tuning in. We have a special edition of True to New York Sports Talk here, NFL edition, because the NFL playoffs start tomorrow. We have 6 games. Woohoo! Unfortunately, there are no New York teams involved, but
You're wrong.
Buffalo doesn't count.
Very true.
It's New York.
Buffalo doesn't. You're not in New York City. They're more Canadian.
With the state of New York football, believe us, we want Buffalo to count.
No, that's
I mean,
You're right. No, you're right.
with
That's
the
actually
bonfire
really
going
true.
on everywhere else.
No, that's true. That's very true. So, guys, let's get right into it. What we're going to do, just so everybody who knows what we're doing, we're going to go over each game. What we can do with the spread and without the spread. And I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on each game. I'll say, hey, Bill, you go, or Chet, you go, and blah, blah, blah. And we'll go accordingly because I know we're all super, super excited to start this. So let's start off in Los Angeles. We got the Rams against the Cardinals. Okay, Rams against the Cardinals at home in LA. Rams giving 2.5 points. Chet, tell me your thoughts on this game right now. Rams versus Cardinals.
This is my best bet of the whole weekend right here. It's the Arizona Cardinals to win the game outright. And
What?
the Arizona to win outright. And here's the reasons why. 1, you're getting J.J. Watt back, which will help the defense. They can use valuable bodies. Number 2, I do not trust Matt Stafford in a big game as long as he's playing. 3, they do not have a running game, the Rams. They're playing Sony Michel, and they're bringing back Cam Akers, who has been out for a year and a half to play. Okay? 4, you have one receiver on that team in Cooper Kupp. I've said this all year. You stop Cooper Kupp, you stop the Rams. Period. I don't want to hear Odell this or Odell that. Okay? He is not that good with that team.
What?
Plus, another thing I like about the Cardinals, what they're going to do a lot more, and Kyler Murray will be doing a lot more of this too, is running the football.
Yeah.
You got 2 capable running backs, Chase Edmonds and James Conner. And also, you can count Murray as a running back too, as a third option. Plus, he's got a veteran receiving corps in AJ Green. He has Zach Ertz. Granted, Hopkins ain't playing, which could hurt a little bit.
It hurt a lot.
It actually a little bit because I think they're going to run the ball more. I think they're going to try to play more ball control this week in beating the Rams.
All right, if you say, listen, I'm gonna rebuttal this right now. Chet, you're fucking crazy. Okay.
Tell me
First
how
of
I
all,
am.
look, you're already making me want to drink. This is not sponsored by Captain Morgan, but I'm gonna put it out anyway. Listen, this Los Angeles Rams team is the real deal. You don't think Odell Beckham brings anything better to the table? You don't think Jefferson brings something to the table? Tyler Higbee, Cooper Kupp, Sony Michel has been playing absolute great football since he's come as a starting running back. The Rams, I think, absolutely destroy this team come Sunday. I think the Cardinals without DeAndre Hopkins don't even belong in the playoffs. I don't even think they belong in the playoffs without DeAndre Hopkins. The Cardinals this year started off the season 8-0 and they finished off 11-5 for a reason. So I don't think this team goes anywhere. I think the Rams run over this team, in my opinion.
Listen.
You think they're that good, why are they only favored by 2.5 then? If you're saying that they're destroyed, they should be a 7-point favorite in this game.
Well,
They should have been. I agree. That's why I took the Rams. That's why I took the Rams minus 2.5.
Vegas is giving more respect to that 11-5 record than it deserves at this time. I mean, they are limping. This team is limping into the playoffs. No DeAndre Hopkins. J.J. Watt. I love J.J. Watt. I respect the hell out of J.J. Watt. He is not going to be on the field long enough to make that big of an impact. They better hope they get 1 or 2 big plays out of him that can help determine the game if it's that close. But he's not going to be out there playing a full game. It's going to be a very limited snap count. And then
It'll help
James
him, yes.
James Conner's one hit away from being a factor in this game either.
So is Matt Stafford.
I mean, obviously, yes. But I'm talking about injury-wise. He hasn't Connor didn't practice again today. He is not at his healthiest.
He hasn't practiced the last few weeks. He's done this the last few weeks. He hasn't practiced.
They're in trouble.
Yo, to say that Odell is not a factor is disrespectful. First of all,
the guy has 4 touchdowns in 5 games with them already.
That quote alone almost made me change my bracket, bro. Because Odell not a factor. Like
he's not going to be a factor this week.
It kills me to say it, but when you leave Odell Beckham and you don't factor him in, that's when he's going to hurt you. And I get no pride out of saying that at all. But it is the reality.
Right, we're all Giant fans here, right? We all know.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa. You forgot the artist formerly known as the band.
I forgot. I forgot Steele hasn't seen a playoff since 2012. Sorry.
No.
We won a championship in '69. Be respectful.
You're right. You did. That's right.
You're talking about 1869. You're talking about
1969. Don't be disrespectful. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let me ask you guys. So let me go ahead, Steele. What were you gonna say?
Actually, I picked the Cardinals, but I was gonna change it because Chet this messed me all up, disrespecting the Rams like they do. The Rams are a pretty good team. I picked the Cardinals because I really wanted to. It's just a personal. I want them to win, but in reality, the Rams are just. I mean, you got to look for a flaw, bro. It's not really none on that team on the offense or defensive line. You're pulling strings by saying Stafford is not going to do anything. That team is pretty nice. For them to be where they're at right now is almost disrespectful. They had they fell off a little bit, but overall, that team is loaded, bro. I don't understand how you can find holes like that in that team.
The Rams built this team for what's going on right now.
Say it again, Chet.
So what happened to them last week?
Listen, everybody lays an egg.
They had their weaknesses flawed against the 49ers.
Listen, everybody lays an egg, and the 49ers are not a bad team. Did the same
Cardinals team lose to the Detroit Lions a few weeks ago?
Didn't they beat this team so far this year too, the Rams? They have.
The Rams built this team for the postseason. The Cardinals, they got a good future ahead of them. Kyler Murray, Cliff Kingsbury, it's not going to start. It's not going to start Monday night.
I don't think so either. No, I think this is
I think it will.
I think this is honestly, and you guys are gonna think listen. I'm still going with my same picks throughout the whole year. I'm still saying it's Titans Rams Super Bowl, and I still think that the Rams. I think this is Matt Stafford's year. If he's gonna win the Super Bowl, it's going to be this year.
I mean, in a few minutes from now, we'll get into you being out of your mind. We'll let that go.
I'm telling you. But anyways, you see Steele's face right now. We'll get into it. I'll get into it. Don't worry. Yeah, that is.
I don't know if it was your pick or the yak that just did that to him.
Right. Yeah.
No. It was the pick. It was as a matter of fact.
Wait, Chet, were you alive to see the Jets Super Bowl?
Yes, I was.
Oh, okay. Well, at least one of us saw it.
It was Chet and Joe Benigno.
Yo, thanks to YouTube, I can see it as much as I want.
All right, so let me ask you guys.
I'd like to see it together.
Right. Let me ask you guys now. Tell me about the spread. Do you guys like the spread? I love the Rams only giving 2.5 here.
Well, I saw FanDuel before we went on the air. It's up to 3.5, and I still like the Rams.
I agree.
Actually, I'm looking at DraftKings right now. It's up to 4 right now in DraftKings.
So just so you know, I'm going off of the lines at the start of Tuesday after everything went.
I'm looking at the lines right now as we speak. It's up to 4.
Right,
let it keep going up. Let all the suckers bet the Rams.
You're crazy. Steele, what do you think? You like the Rams minus 2.5 or the Cardinals plus 2.5?
I'm taking the Cards plus 2.5.
All right. You guys are out of your fucking mind, but all right, if you say so.
Listen, I'm being devil's advocate here. We can't go one way, okay?
Of course we can. Pause. We can all go one way if we want.
We might be doing it a few times, maybe.
Well, you just took it somewhere you didn't have to go. But
okay. Wait, God damn it, Chet. Fuck, man. We can all go one different ways if we want to. This is a kid's show. Kids show. All right. God. Yeah, look, even Bill. Bill likes the Rams minus 13.5.
I agree. 13.5.
13.5.
Cardinals are fake good. Yeah, I agree, Jeff. They are fake good. And without DeAndre Hopkins,
like I said, the Cardinals have a future. That future's not starting Monday, though.
It's not starting. I agree.
Kyler Murray's going to win before his career is over.
Just not this year. I agree.
Not this year.
All right, so now to the next game, which I think is going to be the biggest blowout of the entire playoffs. The Eagles versus the Bucks, -8.5. Steele, I want to hear your opinions on this game first.
Listen, we don't have to stay on this long, okay? Let's not waste people's time, and then there's other games we can get to. It's the Bucks. Whatever the spread is, whatever you want to talk about, none of us can go against the Bucks. Don't even waste your time. The Eagles, I don't even know. When I seen that it was in the playoffs, I was kind of like, how? But then the division is so terrible.
The NFC is hot garbage. That's why.
That's not even a game. That game should be blacked out, honestly. There's no way in hell. No way in hell they are beating Tampa Bay.
The line's actually down to 8 now at DraftKings.
Right. Which means that people are betting the Eagles.
Right.
I mean, that's people like, yo, I'm just going to bet this time to get paid. That's it.
Right. All right, Billy, what's your thoughts on this game?
I mean, my bar at the bottom of my screen says it all. The Eagles should just stay home. I mean, there is no. That's exactly where this is going. Tom Brady, Gronk, that is enough to win this game. We're going to get to it later where I tell you the Bucks' luck is going to run out. It's not this week.
Yeah,
they're hopefully going to have Leonard Fournette back. That's still questionable.
Yeah, Leonard Fournette is back.
Yes, he is back, yes.
As of about a half an hour ago, they said he is the most questionable of everyone to return tomorrow. But they're getting Gio Bernard. They're getting Levante David back. This is another team that's built for the postseason. Their luck's going to run out eventually. It is not going to be this week, and it is damn sure not going to be against this Eagles team.
The only way the Bucks lose is that if the Eagles run it down there, throw and run for like 250 yards.
Only way the Eagles win that game is if Tom Brady trips and falls and when he's running onto the field and busts his noggin open. That's the only way that they'll win that game.
Like I said, that's the only chance I say the Eagles have. If they run the ball that much, they won't control for 45 minutes and then go for it.
Right. No, listen. This Bucks team, like you guys are saying, are built for the playoffs. I like the spread at -8.5 for the Bucks. The Bucks are one of the toughest team in the NFL to even run against, and that's all the Eagles can do. That's all the Eagles can do. No matter what running backs they have, whether it's Juwan Howard, Scott,
Sanders,
or Gainwell.
Gainwell,
it don't matter.
We're not going to talk about Hurts like he's a bum. He's not a bum, but he's no match.
He's not a bum, but the one thing is, the Eagles do not have the offense to expose the Bucks' one weakness on defense, and that's their secondary.
Yeah,
and they're not. They're
all
never
all
good.
They really have is a halfway decent receiver, Devontae Smith. Yeah,
that's what they're not showing them.
I mean,
other than
you have. Nothing. To be fair, you do have Gobert too, which I actually like him a lot. I like him a lot, but
Goddard. Yep.
Right, Goddard. Right, sorry, but is he compared to Rob Gronkowski in any way? No.
But the Bucks have the capability with their linebackers to shut Dallas Goedert down.
Yes, that is
agreed.
A lot of teams have done that to him in the second half of the season. Dallas Goedert.
That's why if you look at his stats, he's either killed it or done absolutely nothing.
Right.
On DraftKings, because I follow that.
You like him on DraftKings a lot.
I like it, right? Yeah. So he either goes 120 yards with 10 catches,
or 1 catch with 10.
Or right, exactly, 3 catches for 26 yards, and it's just like, all right, well,
that's their whole offense. That's Devontae Smith as well. That's the inconsistency of their passing offense.
Correct.
Right.
And the Bucks will shut that run down. That Bucks defense that we saw that was a little suspect.
They're probably going to throw a Billy. They're probably going to throw 8 in the box and say, "Dare me to throw and beat me."
Yep. Let Jalen Hurts beat us, and it's not going to happen.
Right. I agree.
Jalen Hurts is not going to beat them through the air.
Yeah. Right. So what about Steele? Do you like this Bucks team -8.5?
Who wouldn't? There's nobody here going to say no.
8. I like it myself. Yeah.
Who can say no to that?
And I tell you what, another thing they're going to do, they're going to throw, like you said, 8 in the box, because you know why? They're going to want to see how Jalen Hurts reacts when he starts getting hit early and often.
Yes.
They're basically going to dare him to throw the ball.
Jalen Hurts is going to spend a lot of time on his ass tomorrow. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. And you know what? You know what sucks about this whole NFC, division in the first place? That the Giants could have easily been a 9-7 team. and been in this position to help Daniel Jones progress. And listen, this is just me being a fucking butthurt Giants fan at the moment. But 9-7 to make the playoffs, to get some of our guys some experience, and we couldn't even do that. I'm so glad Joe Judge is gone. I'm so glad we're starting over.
Yeah, so let me ask Billy. What did you think about that?
What, Joe Judge?
Yeah.
The entire organization had to go. It was that was
there he is.
That was what was needed. Oh God. Bet your house is on the Bucs right now.
Yeah, bet your house
Anyone that can hear this.
Joe Algieri says the Eagles are the second best bet of the weekend at plus 8.5.
Joe, what's your first best bet? I want to hear this.
Yeah, what's your first best bet? I would love to hear what the first best bet is.
With me.
You know what? He's gonna say. You know what? I'm gonna say he says Cowboys.
Listen, he's in bizarro world. I think he just goes opposite just to be opposite.
Oh, absolutely.
I eat the bush. I eat the bush.
But like I said with the Giants had to make changes. Yes. I mean, there was a time, and I said it in the group, I said it elsewhere. I said that I could see a couple of weeks ago point of keeping Joe Judge and giving him a second chance. Because he didn't assemble the roster, and it's not his fault they went out there and got injured. Joe Judge coached himself out of a job over the last 2 to 3 weeks of the season.
Yes,
he sealed his own fate.
Yes.
And then I believe he went into that meeting with Mara and Tisch totally oblivious of the things he did wrong, and that's why that decision was made. Yeah. I believe he went in there thinking.
The media frenzy said, everybody's telling him to go.
I believe he thought he did nothing wrong and that he should be given another shot. I think he was intent on making Dave Gettleman the fall guy for every single thing that went on. And you know what? Gettleman deserved a ton of it, but Joe Judge had a lot of blame to take, and I don't think he wanted to take any of it. I think he really believed that that Gettleman took the bullet there, and it was, let's go.
Sorry, Lou. After listening to the interviews and stuff, I really believe the same thing that got him the job lost him the job.
His mouth.
His mouth really cost him that job because they was going to allow him to fail on the field. But when he got in front of the microphone and started running his mouth, he cast that check himself. But you know what? We can't. The only thing I don't like about the NFL. I'm sorry, guys, but this guy's going home and he's going to get paid for the next 3 years. Like how upset really are you?
He'll get a coordinator's job somewhere.
But I'm saying, even if he doesn't, how upset are you to be at home getting the same paycheck if you were working?
Yeah,
I'm not upset.
Listen, Mara even said, he goes, there's a good head coach in Joe Judge somewhere. It's just that we need a fresh start. And not for nothing, I would say one more thing. Do you know how many people were making fun of the Giants organization for that whole quarterback on the 5-yard line push?
They deserved every bit of it.
Right, and they did. So I think that's when Mara said, fuck this. We need to start fresh.
I believe, put it this way, and I just said, I'm going to repeat what I said again. He did not go in there and take accountability. They didn't get to day 2 of meetings. He would have been fired Sunday night if it was just his mouth. I believe his mouth had something to do with it. I agree with Steele. I believe they were looking for some sort of contrition from him when he went in there, and they got nothing. And he just really believed Gettleman was going to fall on the sword and everybody was going to move on. This guy had the balls to ask for say in the general manager search.
Yeah. Right.
After he did what he did, he had the balls to do that. This man had no clue what he did.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Nassau Community College needs a football coach. So yeah, you're right. No, I know. You're right. Let's go, because we had to mention it. We're all Giants fans. We had to mention it. All right, the next NFC game that we got here, the 49ers versus the Cowboys. -3 in favor of the Cowboys. Billy, tell me your thoughts first on this game.
This is going to be, I think, the best played game of the weekend. I think we're going to see a very good football game here. And it's wild card weekend. We're due for an upset. And I don't think it's much of an upset because I think they're a damn good team. But I think the 49ers are going to take this game. I think the 49ers are going to run the ball. I think they're going to expose some of Dallas's weaknesses. using Deebo Samuel in a million different ways that they do. And I think the 49er defense, the Cowboys have a good defense. Micah Parsons, I'd kill to have him on my team in a second. I think the 49er defense is going to show you that they're a lot better than they're being spoken about right now. And, they're flying a little bit under the radar because everybody's talking about Dallas. I think this 49er team could sneak into Dallas and smack Jerry World right in the mouth.
Right. Chet, what do you feel about this?
I agree with Billy big time with that. Like I said, San Francisco's got threats on both sides of the ball. You have, like I said, Deebo all day. They have the good kid, young kid running back who's been good the last all year pretty much. You have George Kittle, Mr. All-World George Kittle. Okay? Plus, you have decent guys. I also like Bosa on the other side of the ball. But the thing with good. But here's the other thing with the Cowboys, what their problems are. Yes, Pollard's coming back. You don't know how he's going to be after the injury. Elliott's been kind of slow lately the last few weeks. Plus, you don't know if Amari Cooper's being played because he was caught this week out of protocol. He's not had his vaccinations, caught at a Dallas Mavericks game, unmasked. He's already been fined $15,000 by the NFL, and they haven't decided if they're going to suspend him yet as of not. So if you lose him, you also don't have Gallup.
Right.
So now you're going to sit there. All you have is CeeDee Lamb, okay, Dalton Schultz, okay. Other than that, you have no passing game.
You got Wilson. Wilson's been doing pretty good too.
You have no passing game without Gallup or Cooper. Put it down. If they both don't play, Cowboys lose outright.
I'm gonna simplify it for everyone. This going off the coaching staff. The 49ers coaching staff is way more, to me, efficient and effective than the Dallas coaching staff. And it comes out of making decisions, I'm going with the 49ers coaching staff. If the game's on the line, I'm trusting what the 49ers are going to do on that sideline. I cannot trust McCarthy. I just can't.
I'm going to disagree with all of you guys right now. I think the Cowboys win this game, and I think they win it in pretty good fashion. I'm not saying they're going to kill them, but I'm going to tell you guys the reason why they're going to win this game. One, they're at home, okay? The 49ers have not been great at home other than last week against the Rams. They played a great game against the Rams at home. I'm not going to say that they didn't. The Cowboys are the only team in the NFL who have scored over 50 points this year 3 times. Now, I know they weren't against great teams, but the capability of having weapons such as Elliott, such as Pollard, such as Cooper, such as Lamb, such as Schultz, that in itself is a dangerous team. And this 49ers defense team isn't the same 49ers defense that went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. So I thoroughly think the Cowboys win this game, and that's where it stops.
So let me ask you a question. So the bad losses they had at home this year to Denver, got blown out by Teddy Bridgewater. You lost to Vegas on Thanksgiving night. You lose to Arizona.
Right, and 2 out of the 3 teams you just named are playoff teams. Okay, everybody has lost to non-playoff teams.
They were favored in each game. They were. Okay?
Listen, until
blown out by Teddy Bridgewater. Think about that for a second.
Until Dallas learns to get out of their own way, I can't say they're going to do anything. They've had good teams over the years. They should have won a couple of Super Bowls according to the lineups and staff that they had. Offensive and defensive. Every year they find a way to fold up like lawn chairs, and I think this year is going to be no different. They're going to find a way to fold up. I feel like the 49ers, my man Jimmy G, is his coming out party. They're not winning no Super Bowl, but they're going to be good enough to beat the Cowboys.
I'll give you another stat too. Okay, the Cowboys have not had a 100-yard rusher.
Thank you, Jeff.
Okay,
thank you, Jeff. They sure do.
Week 5 against the Giants.
I'll tell you what right now. Honestly, you know what this 49er team right now reminds me of? They remind me of Eli Manning's first Super Bowl team that went on the road, got hot at the right time, and were able to shock a lot of people. I don't think the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl, but if they went on a run like that, it wouldn't shock me. And there's nothing great that stands out about them. They play good football, and they are finding ways to win. And that's what that Giant team did. And they got hot.
Yeah, Bill, sorry.
No, they got hot at the right time, and they were able to just go on a nice run, and it ended in a Super Bowl.
And the one point we haven't brought up, and I brought this up to Lou last week, okay? when Jimmy Garoppolo plays, I'm taking Jimmy Garoppolo pretty much over a lot of quarterbacks in this league to win a big game.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he is technically a Super Bowl champion. He's technically a Super Bowl champion.
Right.
He's gone to his own Super Bowl as a starting quarterback before. I am not doubting the 49ers or Jimmy G in any way as a football team. I just think it's the Cowboys' time to finally win a game in the playoffs. And I'm a big fan. Listen, it pains me to say this as a Giants fan, but I'm a fan of Dak Prescott. I like Dak Prescott, and I think he deserves it. And if he's going to advance with a team, it's going to be this team. This is a good football team. The Dallas Cowboys are balanced all the way around, and in my opinion, better than the 49ers in any way.
Their offense is banged up, though. Their offense is banged up.
And every year is a team that is an upset. And in this first round, I mean, a lot of people won't say it's an upset because 49ers is a good team, but I feel like this is going to be the upset game. This is going to be the game that people are like, wow, I can't believe that happened.
I can see it. I want to see Jerry Jones cry at the end of the game anywhere on the field. That's what I want to see.
Jimmy G does have more playoff wins since the Cowboys.
You're right there, Mr. Waters.
That is true. That's very true. All right, so since you guys are all favorites of the 49ers, I'm assuming you like all the 49ers +3.
Yeah, I like them on the money line.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of like them. I like the 49ers +3. I will say I like the 49ers +3 because I do think if this game does anything, it's going to be a by 2, by 1 kind of football game. This is going to be, I agree with Billy, the best game in the entire playoffs.
I can see it.
Of this week. I agree with that.
I can see it.
All right, let's move on to our hometown Buffalo Bills against Bill Belichick and the Patriots. Chet, you start off this one.
Yeah, I want to bring this up to Mr. Steele because I want to make sure. Did you hear what your former ex-Jet said this week about Josh Allen?
No, what'd he say?
Well, pretty much he sat there and told him, he can't handle the cold weather. He says, maybe you should load up a Viagra.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you talking about
does Bart Scott realize where he went to school? He went to probably the coldest place you could play in the United States, in Wyoming.
Bart Scott, he's all about hits. Like he said that to be funny, man. Listen, he plays in. It's nothing but coldness.
People are upset at him at ESPN.
Listen, that's what he's looking for. He's looking for that shock value. That's why he says the things he says.
He's got a shock value when they say goodbye. You're gone.
Hold on one second, Joe. I mean that I think the Cowboys are going to lead throughout the whole game, and just because the 49ers catch up doesn't mean that it's a close game. It's one of those things. I think the Cowboys are going throughout this whole game winning. That's all I mean.
So back to the Bills. We were saying before the other comment. Absolutely love the Bills. Bottom line, 3 reasons why. 1, it's not going to be like that game was 3 or 4 weeks ago. Yes, it's going to be cold up there, but it's not going to be like it was 3 or 4 weeks ago. Okay. 2, all of a sudden they found a running game the last few weeks.
In Singletary. Singletary's been killing it.
Their defense is showing up. But 3, and I think Billy brought this up before we started, the Patriots are losing their best offensive lineman this week for this game, and that's going to hurt them.
Yeah.
Isaiah wins out. That's good.
Right.
Anytime any team loses their left tackle, it's the biggest blow on your offensive line.
That's why I like Mac Jones minus 202 yards passing. If anybody has any props,
absolutely,
I like that right there too.
I mean, this Patriots team is on the rise. They are.
Yes.
Mac Jones.
They got the steal of the draft.
Yes.
Mac Jones was the best fit for that system. He was taken by a team that put him in the best system for his skill set. That's why many could say Mac Jones was the best of the rookie quarterbacks this year.
Yeah,
he was. And that had more to do with the system he was put in and the people he had around him than anything. And that's what makes it work. That's what makes the Patriots work. Yeah. They find ways to do that. They play within their skill set. But this Buffalo Bills team, they're coming to play. Yeah. They figured out in the first game they played, it was crazy, 2 pass attempts. Now, the last game they played, Buffalo shut down that running game, and I think you're going to see the Buffalo defense play a lot like that tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be -2 degrees at kickoff.
Oh, yeah.
The wind's not going to be The wind's not going to be a factor
like it was in the first game. Rain or anything like that either.
I believe that the Patriots need to establish the run. They are not going into this game saying, we're going to put this in Mac Jones's hands in Buffalo in his first playoff game, and he's going to throw 35 passes. This is going to be a massacre, and we're all going to be – the TVs are going to be off by 8:45 tomorrow night.
Eagles we were talking about. Buffalo's going to throw 7-8 guys in the box.
Listen, the same way you feel about the Cardinals and their future, I feel like the Patriots' future is very bright. That young man is going to be a very good quarterback for a long time, but this is not going to be his year going against the Bills in the first round. Anybody else, I might have gave him a chance, but the Bills are.
Let's put it this way, Steele. If I bet against the Bills, I'll probably diss off of my family.
Well,
because I have my nephew, and my niece are both from Buffalo, and they are huge Bills Mafia fans. Huge.
I agree with you, and I take nothing away from Bill. Jeff saying Bill Belichick's a 0 degree weather is a lock. I take nothing away from Belichick. Belichick is the greatest.
This is the best coaching job ever.
There's no comparison to it, but this is not in Bill Belichick's hands. Josh Allen is going to go out there. Josh Allen's going to win this football game, and he's the guy that everybody's going to be talking about Sunday morning about what this kid did. I think this kid is taking his step this postseason.
Do we also forget that last year this same exact Bills team went to the AFC Championship game?
Yep.
And the same team who is now probably, honestly, more hungry than any other team that is in this playoffs, in my opinion. Even though the Bills, in my opinion, underperformed this year, I think they're going to come out swinging against this Bills team. They're a division rival, right?
Wait a minute. The Bills don't come out swinging against the Bills?
The Bills,
Bill's going to come out swinging against the Pats.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You said Bills against the Bills?
Regardless if the Patriots have Bill Belichick, this is still a very young New England Patriots team that I don't think knows what's going to hit them, to be quite honest. Mac Jones is going to be under a lot of pressure tomorrow. A lot of pressure tomorrow. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, don't be surprised if he has 100 and 120 yards.
And look, they get all the weapons. They have Sanders back. They have Beasley back.
Exactly.
They have Davis, Dawson Knox.
Right. And you have a run game all of a sudden. All of a sudden, Singletary the last 3 weeks has ran for over 100 yards.
Yep.
And
they're clicking at the right time, man.
The only thing that I can see the Patriots do well against this team is the run. But you got to hope that Stevenson and Harris have been doing what they've been doing against other teams. But this Bills defense is not as bad as people think.
The second game, they went out there and shut the Patriots' run game down. And that's what they have to do tomorrow. And anybody doubting the Bills, it's warranted. The Bills did underachieve quite a bit this year.
They did.
They were not the same Bills team that went out there last season. And it was warranted. I think this team has turned the corner, especially over the last couple of weeks. And I think we're going to see that tomorrow night.
Yeah, and honestly, I love the Bills -4. I love the Bills -4. If I had to pick the over and the under.
Winning by double digits, I see them winning by.
I kind of agree with you. I can see this being a 28-14 football game.
And the line's up to 4.5 now, so that's sitting there telling you too.
Right.
Neither way would shock me. I have enough respect and confidence in the Patriots that they can keep it close. But a 28-14 type of score, I wouldn't be shocked either.
Right.
Yeah, okay, and you know what, Joe? We will talk about that because that is actually the next game that we are talking about. The Steelers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And I would like to go first on this one, okay?
Go for it.
The floor is yours.
Although I do think the Kansas City Chiefs retire Ben Roethlisberger tomorrow, I think the Steelers cover this game easily. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Did anybody watch that game against the Ravens last week? Yeah, yes, drink that Hennessy.
You and I did. We watched the whole game, you and I. So.
Right. That defense is legit. Last time I checked, Mr. Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill are still questionable going into the game.
And Tyreek Hill is playing.
Delair's not playing either.
Tyreek Hill is playing.
But here's the thing. Here is the thing. You have to understand that just because they're ready to play doesn't mean they're going to be utilized the whole way just coming off of an injury. I thoroughly love the Steelers getting 12.5. And I do think the Chiefs are going to win. But if you're going to pick a teaser, you better go Steelers plus 18.5 because I don't think that defense allows the Kansas City Chiefs to blow them out.
Kansas City is notorious for not covering big spreads. Look what they did last week with Denver. I agree with Joe. I agree with Lou. That Joe, you're probably right.
And it's no CEH. That's right. There's no CEH.
Hill very well may be a decoy. There's no CEH, and Darrell Williams is not.
He's still questionable. He's still questionable.
I mean, there's a lot of questions in Kansas City. I think they're still going to win the game, but they're not covering this spread. I don't think it's even a question.
Well, I agree with you. I'm not going to go against the spread. I think the spread is ridiculous and disrespectful to Pittsburgh.
It kind of is. It kind of is.
Because I don't think Ben is going to lay down for KC at all. But I think it's like a one-score game. It's going to be something like maybe 24, like the Pats game, 24-14, or something to that nature. Oh, it's not going to be a blowout. There's no way.
It's not even about the offense for the Steelers, to be honest. It's their defense, in my opinion, that's going to hold this team up.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's not Ben Roethlisberger. His arm is as useful as made spaghetti. That arm is dead.
Let me tell you something. That arm may be dead for 3 quarters, but let the game be close. Look what he did last week. He did it on the old Ben arm when the game was on the line. So let's count him out.
Yeah, you know what he said? Yo, give me that shot. Give me that shot. Oh, I don't feel anything. Yeah.
All you need is one shot, baby. All you need is one shot.
Yeah, okay, but no, I think again. Go ahead, Chat. Go ahead.
Okay, now the heck are we hearing here?
I don't know.
Okay, so here's what's going on.
What is that?
I have disagreement with all of you. I think the Chiefs win, and I think the Chiefs win very easily.
You think they cover the 12.5?
Yes, easily.
You're crazy, dude.
Here's the reasons why. Okay, first of all, their defense, like I said, it's going to keep them in. Yes, I agree with that. But you're going to have a full Tyreek Hill back. Kelsey is now, they said, is playing. So he will be a threat. Okay. They also have secondary receivers that are pretty good too. Like Hartman. They got guys who can play.
Yeah, Hartman and Robinson. I'm not doubting those guys.
Yeah, they can play. I'm telling you. Like you said, Tyreek can be a decoy. Like you said, I can see that. But I also can see Tyreek Hill catching 15 balls for 200 yards too against that Pittsburgh defense. Now, the only way they stop it is that Mr. Watt has a huge game. That's it. I think they will stop TJ Watt. Because if you look at the rest of the defense, if you look at the rest of the defense, it's not that great.
You're right. If Patrick Mahomes' brother does a TikTok dance, the Chiefs might lose that game. You're right. You're 100% right.
So I said, look, you and I were watching pretty much that game with the Ravens last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told you I like the money line. I told you I like the money line.
Yeah, you told me. Ben Roethlisberger's arm is dead. There's no doubt. I don't care if it's the first quarter, fourth quarter, or next year. It's dead.
As Bill Cosby would say, it's the jello.
Plus, they have not run the ball good lately either. If you look at it, the Steelers haven't run the ball good lately at all.
No.
Okay, they have not.
But Najee Harris is a legit good running back.
He's a good running back, but they have not run the ball well at all.
Najee Harris is questionable.
Broken down.
Najee Harris is. I just checked it out again. Najee Harris is playing. He's got a questionable tag, but
Najee's playing. But I'm saying their offensive line is also beat up too. The Steelers line. You can see at the last few weeks. We were saying that Sunday, Lou, right? It was like they were coming from all angles, and Ben didn't know what to do.
But the Chiefs, as is right now, are not blowing the doors off of anyone. Do they have enough to win the game? Absolutely. They're not blowing the doors off this team.
I think they're winning the game.
The Pittsburgh defense is going to do a lot more to keep that team in this game than you think.
I agree.
The Pittsburgh defense will keep them in this game.
Yeah, and I agree. And you know what? I honestly think this game could go to the fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
I can see it going to the fourth quarter because you got to understand also this is the playoffs. Everybody is different come playoff time.
This team almost lost to Drew fucking Lock the other day.
That's true.
I mean, come on.
That is true. And you know what? I'll give Kansas City credit. Their defense has been extremely well over the last 8 weeks, but they looked awful against Denver last week.
I think they win 34-17. They're going to win.
They have enough to win. They have enough talent to win this game. They are not covering a 12.5.
I agree with that. I couldn't agree more with that. I agree with that. And what about Steele? You said you think he covers or they don't cover?
Say again?
You think the Chiefs cover or they don't cover?
They're not covering that.
They said they're not covering that.
So only Chet thinks that they're covering it. All right, you psycho. All right, fine. All right.
Thank you.
Now this goes to our last game of the playoffs. Raiders against the Bengals. Now, if you guys watch, I'm assuming everybody watched that game, Raiders versus the Chargers on Sunday night, which is arguably the best game of the entire year, right? Arguably,
and it didn't make lose weekend either, too.
It did not make my. It cost me about $800, but that's besides the point.
And what I tell you, Lou, all week,
Raiders. You said Raiders. You did. You said Raiders. But now the Las Vegas Raiders are playing against the Cincinnati Bengals at home. Bengals giving 5. Billy, what's your opinion on this game?
I have actually two different views on this game. Outright, no spread. The Bengals are going to win the game. I don't think the Bengals are covering the spread. I think the Raiders are going to play them tough. This is a rough week for the Raiders. The NFL did them no favors. The last game on Sunday night, the first game across country on Saturday afternoon. You know, it's going to be rough, but I think they're going to stay in the game. I think the Bengals are going to pull it out. I think we're looking at 3 points or less, though, on the final of that game.
Steele, what about you, Steele? Raiders versus Bengals.
Listen, I can't give the Raiders a shot in hell. I think they were playing off pure adrenaline after all the stuff they've been through this year. But there's no way in God's given earth that they beat the Bengals. It's just not in my eyes. No way, no way, no way, no way.
Chet?
I pretty much agree with the staff. I think Bengals win. It all depends on how much they win by. Now, if T. Higgins is questionable, if T. Higgins plays, they win by double digits. Okay, If he doesn't play, they win by 7, like 24-17. I'm thinking.
Right.
But I think they're willing to cover.
Yeah, listen, Joe Burrow is the truth. Okay?
Absolutely.
Joe Burrow is the truth. This kid can play. And adding Jamar Chase, who is probably going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Not probably. He will.
There's no probably on that. Jamar Chase is the Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Exactly.
Right. Regardless of what the Raiders have gone through this year, listen, I know they've gone through a lot, especially at the beginning of the year. But the fact that Derek Carr made the playoffs with this Raiders team after everything that they've been through, I got to give him credit. I give him credit.
And they deserve all the credit in the world.
Right.
But they're running into a team, an offense that has the ability. They do have the ability to blow them out. You know, I'm saying they're not going to cover. It wouldn't shock me if they did, though. You're looking I mean,
if I had to pick the spread, I like the Raiders
T.
plus
Higgins,
5.
Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, the list, it goes on and on.
I don't think Darren Waller's playing, is he, for the Raiders?
He was questionable. I have to double check, but he was
questionable. That'll hurt him big time.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, this team did so much this year without him that I look at him right now as anything extra they get from him is a bonus. I don't see, to me, Waller's not the deciding factor this year because they've managed to do everything they did with him not playing.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about this Raiders team? None of them are Pro Bowlers, right? Like there's not one person on that team that you could say is a Pro Bowler. In my opinion, like for this year at least. Like, is Waller a Pro Bowler in general? Yes. Is he this year? No, not this year.
Oh, no, but Hunter Renfrow is a Pro Bowler. And
Hunter Renfrow.
So.
Oh,
yeah.
Hunter Renfrow.
Great receiver.
I agree. Is he a Pro Bowler this year? Borderline. I'm not saying he's not capable.
Very well this year.
Hunter Renfrow is a Pro Bowler this year. There's no question about that.
Not because of Hunter Renfrow's stats, just because of how much better other wide receivers did. That's the only reason. Yeah. I agree with you, but I'm saying that he might not make the Pro Bowl.
He's a Pro Bowl caliber, Billy. That's what you're saying. I can agree with that.
That's what I agree with that.
Yes,
I agree with that. But remember, the Bengals defense at the beginning of the year showed a lot of potential too. A lot of potential. And against a mediocre, an okay to good football team, and they're at home in Cincinnati, it'd be really hard for me to see the Raiders win this game. I think I like the Raiders plus 5, but I don't think I like the Raiders winning this game. I like the Bengals winning this game. I do.
Fair enough. Makes total sense.
Right.
I'm in the same boat.
Right.
You can't argue with something that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. No, it makes sense.
Even when it comes out of Lou's mouth.
Exactly right. Even when I say it.
Yeah, right. And you know it's hard for me to agree with Lou, but he kind of made a lot of sense just now.
No, I think it's good. All right, guys. So here's what we're going to be doing now. So for everybody who is still watching, we have 15 people currently watching. Thank you guys all for watching, even though you have 4 of the most handsome men in Facebook history here. So what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be doing a little contest amongst all of the true New York sports people. Okay, so we have us 4, plus we're going to have Boogie's picks and a surprise guest that I will name at the end. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go through every round, and I'm going to have one person. I want you to tell me who is going to win each game after each series, and then I want to know your Super Bowl picks and how many points they're going to win as well. So first person up, we will do Mr. Steele. Okay, so let me write Steele. We'll write right here, Steele. Okay, I'm sorry for my great penmanship, but it is on a computer. Steele, Chiefs versus Steelers. Tell me who do you like this game?
Chiefs all day.
All right, Chiefs.
Simple.
Bills versus Patriots.
Bills.
Bengals versus Raiders. Now this is no spread.
No spread. This is straight up.
Straight up.
Bengals.
Okay, so now we have. That means that the Chiefs will go here, right? Chiefs. I love that. This is tough, and then the Bills. And then the reseed of the Bengals will go up here. Okay. Okay, so Bengals versus Titans. Who do you like?
Titans.
Titans. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Bills versus the Chiefs at home.
Chiefs.
All right. So now we got Titans and the Chiefs. Who do you like here, Steele?
Chiefs, without a question.
Chiefs. So you have the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
All right, other side. We got the Bucks versus the Eagles. All right, never mind, Bucks. Cowboys versus the 49ers. You said 49ers.
All day.
All right, 49ers. And we have the Rams versus the Cardinals. Cardinals, man, you're crazy, dude. You're crazy. All right, so this means that the 49ers play the Packers, okay?
Yep.
And that means that the Bucks will play the Cards. All right, so Packers versus the 49ers. Who do you like? Pac-Man, go. Bucks versus the Cards.
Buck.
All right, so now we got Aaron Rodgers against Tom Brady once again, the NFC Championship. Who do you like here?
We going with the greatest man alive, the GOAT. We going with
Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, man. You say the Packers finally make it to the Super Bowl?
The GOAT.
So now you have the Packers versus the Chiefs. Who wins the Super Bowl?
I believe, I'm not going to be long-winded, I believe this is the year of Aaron Rodgers. I think this is his golden moment. He is going to be the Super Bowl MVP.
All right, so Packers win the Super Bowl, and now tell me the amount of points that you think the Super Bowl will be. What's going to be the final score?
I think this Super Bowl is going to be a shootout.
Uh-huh.
I think it's going to be 35. 30. Check that. 42-35.
Holy shit.
Wow.
I think it's gonna be a shootout. I think it's
All
gonna be
right.
an offensive display of magic. I think everybody's boxes is gonna be awesome this year.
All right, fair. All right, so 35. All right, so this is Steele. So Steele feels that the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers, who is arguably the MVP this year, gets his second Super Bowl championship and almost a 10-year negate of a Super Bowl.
And he's getting the MVP too.
And he gets the MVP too. Okay, Steele. All right, so Chet Master Chet.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go with Chet now. Chet, so you have the Chiefs.
Chiefs, yep.
You have the Bills.
Yep.
You have the Bengals.
Correct.
You have the Bucks.
Correct.
You have the 49ers.
Correct.
You have the Cardinals.
Correct.
Oh my God, you guys!
Listen,
Cardinals,
me and Chet are geniuses, bro.
or not smart, but that's whatever you guys say. All right, so we have the Titans versus the Chiefs. Who do you like in this game?
Well, Steele should know who I like in that game.
I'm sorry, Titans versus the Bengals. Sorry, Titans versus the Bengals.
You should know who I like in that game.
That's why he jumped when I said the Titans. He likes the Titans in that game all day.
Of course, Titans all day. You know why, Steele.
I'm not saying his name. Just
Ryan Tannehill, baby.
Right, that's right. You're a big fan of Ryan Tannehill. That's right. All right, Chiefs versus the Bills.
Bills.
What?
Bills.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Somebody give that man a glass. Sip on that liquor you was drinking. I was with you for a second, bro. Holy smoke.
All right, other side. We have the Bucks and So we have the Bucks versus the Cardinals. And then we would have the Packers versus the 49ers. All right, Packers versus 49ers.
Packers.
Okay, and then the Bucks versus the Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Cardinals are beating the Bucks?
Correct.
What are you smoking?
Yeah, I know we had I'm sorry, hold on, Lou. I know we had a post-game conversation. But that guy is seriously out of his mind. Continue, please.
The Cardinals are not going to the NFC Championship.
First of all,
if you say the Cardinals are going to the Super Bowl, I swear to God.
I'm trying to say how Bill's sitting there so quiet after he said that the Bucks are losing to the Cardinals. I don't know how he didn't move.
Some things are better left unsaid.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you want to know why? Because he said this fucking guy is out of his mind. He doesn't want to say it because it's the first time that we've been talking about this.
Yeah, I was about to check his post because.
Right. Okay, and then we have the Titans against the Titans, Bills.
Bills.
Wow, Bills going to the Super Bowl against the Packers or Cardinals?
Cardinals.
Get the. I had to kick him off. You think the Cardinals are going to the Super Bowl?
Bro, he does not deserve. He needs a timeout. Where's my belt at? He need a beating. Is he serious?
My belt. Tell the wife to bring the belt in.
Chet, you're officially off. You're. I don't even want you in the contest.
Yeah.
You're banned.
And then when I win it, and I'm going to be laughing at all years.
So you think? Okay.
Listen, he made his choice. He has to live with it.
You realize the Cardinals are on the road these entire games, right?
I understand that.
All right, who wins the Super Bowl?
Bills.
Okay, at least.
I mean,
I'll give you that.
I would hope.
I would hope. All right, and what's the final score of this game, Chet?
3-0.
They're 3-0, yeah, right now. This will probably be a shootout. So I'll say 35-31 Bills.
Wow. You know what, Chet was funny? I was going to do 35-31 with mine, too.
I expect me to say 31.
I was going to say 35-31, too.
Absolutely.
All right. Wow, whatever. All right, Billy. Whatever. Billy, so you like the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
You like the Bills.
Bills.
You like the Bengals.
Bengals.
We all agree on that.
All right, you like the Bucks.
Yep.
You like the 49ers.
49ers.
And you like the Rams. All right, so we got Chiefs. Then we got the Bengals would be up here. Who do you like, Titans and Bengals?
Titans.
And then who do you like, Chiefs and Bills?
Bills.
Wow, two people who like the Bills here. Wow. All right, so you got Titans against the Bills. Who do you like here?
The Titans.
I agree. Okay. And now we have the 49ers. And then we have the Bucks and the Rams. Who do you like, Packers and 49ers?
Packers.
And who do you like, Bucks and Rams?
Bucks.
All right, so that means we have the Pack against the Bucks. Who do you like here, Billy?
Packers.
All right, Titans, Packers, Super Bowl. Who wins the Super Bowl, Billy?
The two-time reigning NFL MVP, Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
All right,
listen, that man is a genius.
Everyone says the Packers. You're like the third or fourth person I've talked to that likes the Packers. So, all right, what's the final score of this game?
28-14.
All right, 28-14.
So I'm guessing you say it's going to be a slow start?
Might be. All right, so far we have a Packers Super Bowl, we have a Bills Super Bowl, and we have and Steele also picked the Packers, right?
Yes.
So we have two Super Bowls for the Packers. Now we're gonna go over mine, okay? And I'm gonna
hold on. Before you start saying anything,
go ahead. Drink your yak. I have said this from the beginning of the season. I am not going to let down my guard, okay? So here we go. I like the Chiefs. I like the Bills. I like the Bengals. Bengals would play the Titans at home and then the Chiefs would play the Bills. I like the Titans. I like the Chiefs, which means the Titans would play the Chiefs. Chiefs would be in Tennessee. I like the Titans, especially getting Derrick Henry back. Then we have the Bucks. I like the Cowboys, and I like the Rams. Okay? Sorry. Jason, your Raiders are Steele commenting on our own video while he's in the video.
I love it. Yeah, Steele. And my boys think you're crazy, by the way, Steele. So my boys think you're crazy. They're texting me at the same time.
Then we have the Rams, okay, up here, Rams. So I like, you guys are going to think I'm crazy. I like the Cowboys against Tampa at home. I like the Cowboys.
Listen.
I like the Rams against the Packers.
Listen, we can't shut his mic off, but we're going to ignore him for the next 10 seconds. We're going to act like he's not here.
It's better than the Cardinals. It's better than the Cardinals.
Are you kidding me? You the great man, the greatest quarterback of all time, Mr. Aaron Rodgers, is going to lose.
Underestimating this Rams team. I mean, you are underestimating it.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
I'm not underestimating them. The Packers are a better team.
Right. Okay. Cowboys versus the Rams. Who do you guys think I like here?
Rams.
Like the Cowboys.
Oh, you just said you like the Cowboys. Excuse me. You just said you like the Cowboys.
He's going to change his mind now because we all said the Cowboys.
I've been saying from the beginning of the season, it is going to be a Titan-Rams Super Bowl. Titan-Rams Super Bowl.
He thinks this is Super Bowl 20 whatever with Warner. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's Super Bowl 2000. Yeah. And your Super Bowl champions of the 2021 season, the Los Angeles Rams, baby. Matt Stafford finally gets his ring. The final score will be 28-20 in favor of the Rams.
Lou, if what you're saying is true, I'm going to be smoking Kush with Dr. Dre at halftime. Okay.
Listen, I am not backing down of this. Titans and Rams all year. I've been saying this. I love the Rams.
We can all just hope Lou comes back to earth by the time Tuesday show is done.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I heard he was
Tuesday, Bill. See what happens, right?
Listen, I heard he was on the next launch around into space on the next space show.
He's the next celebrity.
This guy's out of his mind, man.
Rams making the Super Bowl. Rams are making the Super Bowl this
year.
Captain
Morgan's stock just plummeted after Lou made his Super Bowl picks. I want everybody to know that.
That's what his nickname is, Bill. It's the Mush.
I am the mush. But you know what?
Go against them.
When it's the Rams win the Super Bowl and the Titans are there, you guys better be kissing my feet because that's what's going to happen.
Put it this way. Once the Bills make the Super Bowl, I am bringing my niece and nephew onto this show with all their Bills Mafia gear and burying you.
The Bills are not making it past the AFC Championship game.
Okay.
They're not making it past. The Titans or the Chiefs are going to beat this team.
I'm just disgusted that you don't have the almighty Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl. I'm disgusted.
By the way,
neither does Boogie.
In other big NFL news, the Houston Texans just showed their hand.
What do they do now?
The Texans just interviewed Brian Flores.
Oh,
so you know what that means. The only shot they have of getting Deshaun Watson to agree to stay in Texas is going to be the next coach of the Houston Texans.
Oh, God.
I agree.
Well, listen.
We'll be in jail anyway, so don't worry about it.
Listen, on another note, your man Chip Kelly just signed the UCLA. He's back coaching football. My man Chip, the Chipster.
He's got more lives than anyone.
So what was Boogie's picks? I'm curious.
Who do you think? Let me ask you guys around. Who do you think Boogie has going to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl?
Well, you just said he didn't have the Packers, so we can all automatically just.
Who do you think Boogie has going to the Super Bowl?
Boogie probably took the Cowboys. He took the Cowboys. Jerry Jones, rich people go for rich people, like you know.
I think he took Kansas City, Tampa. I think in the Super Bowl.
He can never go for the Cowboys because he hates the Cowboys more than anything in life. So even if his ego would allow him to choose the Cowboys, he wouldn't pick them.
Chad, who did you say, Chad?
I think it's in Kansas City and Tampa.
That is correct.
Oh, shit, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, he has the Kansas City Chiefs beating the Tampa Bay Bucks and Kansas City redeeming themselves from last year.
Wow. That's a big prediction.
That's a big prediction.
That was just a guess. That was it. Oh, geez. Wow.
Yeah, rich people get the first reach around.
So
it's so true. All right, and then
just ask Robert Kraft.
Who's the surprise you were saying?
Mr. Bill Waters will be on this too. Mr. Bill Waters. He will be joining us next week on this show to talk football and also do some NFL playoff trivia.
On Friday or Tuesday?
Next Friday. We're going to do our Tuesday show and we're going to do do our Friday show.
And Billy will be joining us again next Friday? Yes?
Yeah. I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
And Billy, by the way, did you see the comments saying we look too much alike, unfortunately?
I was saving that to the end.
They're just stereotyping.
You and Billy brothers? My brother's actually named Billy, actually. So
they're just stereotyping because you're both bald white guys without beards. It's fucked up.
Excuse me. I do have some hair. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let's go. Wait. Let's go on and pan that camera back, please. Don't do that again. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think
his hair there.
I think you ought to let it go.
Yeah, no, Boogie went out on a real big prediction there. For
that hair don't grow no more.
Next week, this show will be sponsored by Keeps.
Yeah.
Next week?
Yeah, Rogaine or Keeps next week. Yeah, for sure.
A hair club for men. There we go. Hair club for men next week.
All right, but this broadcast brought to you by 106th Street Tire and Wheel. Get your automotive stuff done at 106th Street Tire and Wheel, located in Corona, New York. I want to thank our special guest, Billy Punch, for joining us today. Billy, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Billy.
You guys had a great time.
That's great.
We need that backdrop for all of our shows. That backdrop is outstanding. Y'all need to pay attention to that.
Yo, I might have to green screen that, right? And just put it back there?
Yeah,
right?
That backdrop is awesome right there.
Yo, Jason, appreciate it, but yo, sorry about your Raiders, dude, but your Raiders are done.
You got back there?
Your Raiders are done, bro. What happened in that chat?
I have a display case right behind me has 4 baseballs signed by the core 4 of the New York Yankees.
Ah, nice.
Shut him off. Now he's just offended.
And I have a mini North Carolina football helmet signed by Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yo, that sounds like some rich people stuff right there.
That's money.
Yo, Jason, I want an apology tomorrow when Joe Burrow throws for over 350 yards on you and beats you guys. How about that?
I'll be home watching the games with you tomorrow, so I will be
Hell yeah.
Listen,
we'll be talking Betty tomorrow.
Who's not going to be watching the game? It's going to be too cold to go outside.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's supposed to be freezing tomorrow.
It's going to be like a high of 19 degrees tomorrow.
Right. All right, so you guys have a good rest of your night. We want to thank everybody for watching the show. We hope that we helped you with maybe some possible bets. Anything that I say is usually the opposite, so make sure you do that. Yep. If anything, we'll talk to you guys on Tuesday. Remember, we're going to have a Tuesday show talking about New York sports. And then every Friday until the Super Bowl, we will be having a football show. And we're also going to be probably doing something big for the Super Bowl, too. So we'll be all contact about that. But you guys have a good rest of your night. Thank you guys for joining us. And let's go Cowboys, baby. I want to see the Cowboys do something, man.
Lou,
you can't wear that shirt and say those words.
You're right.
Take yourself off. Take yourself off the screen.
I want to see them do something. I want to see them do something. What are you saying? Steele?
I haven't said it in a while. Carmelo Anthony.
Oh my god. Yeah. How's that 500 record doing? How's that 500 record doing?
Let's talk about that Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll talk about that Tuesday. You guys have a good rest of your night.
You too, guys.
All right, guys.